A lot happened and I wasn't expecting it, so... Well, I'm sure you're wondering how we got here. And to answer that, we must go back a few hours.
Was that live? Are we live? Oh, brother.
Always talk about keep it real. Only till you've had your fill. Then you wanna cry ill will. Really thought you know the deal. Oh well, I guess that's what happens. The two fools be falling in love, mixing some pain and some passion. Nothing is ever enough. If you can take my hand, I promise we'll fall love again, love again. Yeah, yeah. If you can take my hand, I promise we'll find love again. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You don't even say what's up. Round your bush, you act so tough. Like you never been in love. If you don't quit acting up, alone this way you don't end up.
There we go. That one's fully engaged now, so you're gonna notice. Yep, you're gonna notice that tooth starting to. It's gonna be sore because it's gonna start moving. And then we'll get the chain on the upper here. Start closing some of those spaces. So you'll be sore on that upper left and then your front teeth mostly. Okay. What do you think?
I definitely feel it already.
Yeah. What do you think of the chain across the front?
Yeah, this one.
Okay. Hey y'all. So I'm not gonna hold you. A lot happened and I wasn't expecting it. So surprise! Oh my gosh. Okay, so let's talk about it real quick. Let's get into it. So I'm so sorry, y'all. I literally did not make an intro, didn't do anything because I just knew in my heart of hearts that nothing was going to change this time. I really didn't think there was going to be an update because I updated y'all about January/February so late. I was just like, we're going to skip March, do it in April once, you know, for sure I have colors. Well, let's talk about it. So I went today. They looked. I had a couple wires poking me. She went ahead and popped those straight out. So then when the orthodontist came by, he actually changed the bottom wire. We are on level 3 at the bottom, which I'm super surprised about because the bottom has the most issues. And so a lot of times it takes it longer to transition or shift. But I don't know if they're trying to put more force behind it. I don't know if it's just transitioned enough. And then as you can see, let's see. On the top, they actually didn't change out my top wire, but actually the orthodontist, he asked me when I was he asked me to smile, and he asked me if the gap right here was bothering me. And if you watched the last part, you will know that that was the main thing that I said was like, this part bothers me because it's a gap, which is fine, but it's not a normal gap to have. It's like, it's too small to be a missing tooth, but too big to be anything else. So I was just not a fan. And so when I told him today, I was like, yeah, no, I'm not a fan. He was like, okay, well, we're gonna do basically a power chain, which a lot of the time it comes later. But he said to go ahead and close some of that gap, and it won't. I will say it's not going to fully close because that's really the whole reason why I started this process is here and here. They are called pegs or your laterals, but when they're that small, they're called pegs. And I'm actually getting those filled in by my dentist, which initiated the whole braces orthodontist process, because you don't want straight laterals and the rest of my teeth are crooked. That ain't gonna work for me. So that is what happened. And so he's just kind of bringing that gap closer together because it is so noticeable, and that's just, I'm just not a big fan of that. So yeah, so like I have a semi chain, half chain, whatever you want to call it, but it's freaking pink. I'm so stinking happy about it, y'all. This is gonna get some time to get used to it for sure. And also, there's a bracket up top, but it was on the left side, I guess. And it would not close for like the past month and a half. So they literally added a piece of like a metal tie to it to make it basically stick or stay. But basically, since there was no pressure, the tooth wasn't shifting, which is another reason why I'm having to keep this top row. So finally they got it today. So I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I feel the pressure all on my upper row because I have the power chain. One of the brackets finally, the doors finally closed. Like, it's a lot going on, but I'm super happy, super excited. And I'm about to go to work. So I wanted to come on here and give y'all a quick update. I will probably check in one more time at the end of the day, just after I've went through my day, to let y'all know how the pain is. Any kind of concerns or any things that I noticed throughout the day. And I'm also going to make sure I at least brush my teeth at least one more time before I come on here and do an update. So yeah, I will talk to y'all later. Hey y'all, so it's actually the next day, just because yesterday was a lot, okay? There was a lot of different changes that happened, and I just kind of needed a day for sure. I actually ended up working from home after I got my braces just because my mouth was so sore. And to recap, there was a couple big changes that happened at my last appointment. So I got a new arch wire on the bottom. So now it is a level 3 instead of a level 2. And I did kind of overhear him talking about something around about 18. I don't know if it's millimeters, centimeters, I'm not really sure, but I do know that it went from a 16 to an 18. So the wire is getting thicker, thankfully. The top actually did not change wires, and that's because I had a bracket on my left side. One of the doors wouldn't close, but they finally got it closed yesterday. And when I tell you, I felt that. Please know I felt that. Like, yikes. And then on top of that, I actually got a partial power chain, which I'm super happy about because it's pink. But be careful what you ask for, because baby, when I tell you I feel all of that, the pulling, the tightness, the sensitivity, I definitely feel that. I will say that yesterday was the day that I've taken the most Tylenol since even getting braces, just because there was so much sensitivity and soreness. I'm doing a lot better now after, you know, however many hours it's been, just still kind of getting used to it. The only other thing, I've brushed my teeth twice now since having the power chain, and it's about the same, nothing too terrible. Only thing that I did do different, I have an electric toothbrush, but because I was already super sensitive, I didn't want the extra like feeling, vibrations going through my mouth, so I just manually brushed my teeth. So that was the only thing, and I'll probably keep doing that until the rest of the sensitivity goes away. Flossing is still about the same. I use platypus picks, so it's still pretty easy to get in between my teeth and all of that, thankfully. The other thing that is just like, I don't know how I would be doing it without it, is my interdental brushes, and those just kind of get those hot spots or get those spots where there's food normally stuck, stuff like that. So that's been really good. I got a little too cocky yesterday, I will say, because after most of my adjustments, I don't really have any pain or anything, so it's like back to normal. Baby, I was quickly humbled, okay, because I actually tried to eat a burger and almost cried. Like, I wanted to just literally take these out and set them to the side and put them back in when they're straight. That's how much soreness and sensitivity there was. So I actually ended up eating pasta last night, which was a lot better than trying a burger, a lot less chewing and stuff. So the pasta was fine. So really no complaints there. Just kind of had to ease my way back into it for sure. The only other thing I guess that I'm like kind of concerned about is eating in public, because I do work in an office. I've just noticed when I was eating that a lot more food gets stuck behind the power chains, which makes sense because, you know, there's an extra layer of something between the food and my teeth, you know. So, but I always carry interdental picks and take them with me, and I just kind of rinse my mouth out with water and then hit in between those parts so that there's no food left. But yeah, I'm super happy and super excited for all these changes, because that just means I'm one step closer to getting the smile that I want. Yeah, so that's really it. If you missed part 1 of me actually getting my braces on, or part 2 where I had my first adjustment, or first adjustment to y'all, make sure you go watch those. If you like this video or you want to see more of me, make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll see y'all next time.